You know about stovetop cooking now involving fat. Let's try stovetop cooking involving liquids, as in boiling, steaming, blanching, and poaching.
And we're going to start by poaching an egg. So we'll take a little bit of water in a small pot. We're just going to cook one egg at a time.
All right.
And we'll add a little vinegar, about a tablespoon of vinegar.
Okay, tell me when.
And about a teaspoon of salt. That's good.
Good.
And about a teaspoon of salt.
All right.
And then we'll take an egg and crack it.
What does that do, the vinegar and salt?
That helps it coagulate,
Okay.
the egg to coagulate. Crack the egg into a bowl, and the reason we do it into the bowl and not into here is if you have a bloody yolk or a broken yolk, it spares you from having to set the whole pot up over again.
Okay.
And then slide it gently into the
You dip that
pot.
bowl right into the water to be
Right.
gentle, huh? Okay.
And then just let that egg set for about 4 minutes. Now in this case we're going to poach some fresh salmon. And
Now what is this liquid?
this is called a court bouillon, and I'm going to fit these salmon neatly into this pot so that they're just barely covered. And then I'm going to tell you about court bouillon.
Okay.
Court bouillon is a liquid that we prepared earlier, and what we took was water and white wine, and this is what we strained out of it. We cooked peppercorns, bay leaves, fresh thyme, and some shallots and leeks, and simmered that for about 15-20 minutes till it got a beautiful full flavor. And then we put the salmon, we strained all of this out and we chilled it, and we had it for use. Now you wouldn't have to chill it. You could make it, strain everything out, and then go right ahead and
What's
use
the
it.
proportion of wine and water?
It's about 3/4 water to 1/4 wine.
And just fill it with onions and herbs that you like.
And herbs that you like.
Court bouillon, huh?
Court bouillon. And here we're just helping this little egg along, but it seems to be coming out, just binding up very
I love Eggs Benedict.
nicely.
When we go to brunch, on rare occasions, I order it, but I confess I'm intimidated to do this egg, but it's not so hard.
Okay.
And how long would you have to poach the salmon?
The salmon there's two things. If you're going to poach the salmon and take it out and serve it right away, this would probably take about 12 to 15 minutes to cook this through at this very low heat. If you were going to serve this salmon cold, you would cook it about 2/3 of the way. So in about 8 minutes, we would turn off the heat and allow the salmon to finish cooking and then actually chill right in the liquid. And you have a very moist salmon, which is excellent for serving cold.
I think testing for doneness, Jasper, is tough for people who aren't experienced as you are. How do you know when this egg's done?
Well, you can pretty much tell even looking at it. You want the yolk to be
Jiggly.
just warm and jiggly, and so I'd say this is done. All the white is cooked through, and that's a
pretty good, huh?
delicious breakfast. Now for the salmon, we're going to test this too. We're going to take one piece out, and remember that if we're going to serve the salmon cold, we're going to leave it in. We don't want it to be well done. We want to see.
You want to put it on the plate and we'll take a slice through it? I know you wouldn't normally do this.
No. What I'll do is I'll split it right here.
Okay, just so you can see.
And you can see that fish is about halfway cooked through. Okay? So we want to let it go just a little bit longer, probably another 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to turn off the flame, and that's it. And we're going to let it sit and cool in that liquid.